Hello everyone and welcome back to Lord of the Rings Realms in Exile. Before we read our Ancestor Veneration today, I'm going to take a look at Galadriel because she has been gored by a boar's tusk. So the mighty Galadriel has perished at the tusk of a boar, which is quite interesting. Anyway, right, let's crack on because I want to read the Ancestor Veneration and then I want to start addressing our gold income. It's not enough. My father was earning much more gold than I am, and I'm not happy about it. Right, here. Where did we get up to on these? I think we've done 3 of these so far, haven't we? Here, let's max it out still, even though gold is not looking the best right now. I mean, it could be worse. 8.8 gold is still somewhat decent, you know. Just not when it comes to the dwarfs. Right, here, let us head off then. But how's everyone doing? I hope you're having a lovely day. So who are we going to read out about this time? I think last time we looked at Fulin the Swift, which means naturally next we will look at the incarnations of Bavor the Cold. And then we're already halfway through the Venerations, which has actually gone kind of quickly, hasn't it? One of the father of the dwarfs, Bavor the Cold, was shaped by Mahal during the creation of the dwarfs and awoke in the east beside Thra the Proud before the awakening of Elsa Men. He was the forefather of the Stonefoots. I often ponder the stories woven around his many incarnations and the strength of his enduring spirit. So the Stonefoots. Let's read a little bit about them. The House of Dwarfs descended from Bavor the Cold. The Stonefoots woke and made their mansions in the Oricani, which we did read a little bit about in the last episode. In the early Second Age, until Bavor II, North King, they joined the Blacklocks under Thra II, in settling the Vale of Bizarre-Ruludum on the eastern shores of Middle-earth. Together they forged the greatest realms of the dwarfs outside of Khazad-dûm itself, and the greater portion of both peoples came to dwell therein. However, this interwoven nature will be at once their greatest strength and weakness in the Bizarre-Ruludum succession crisis. Oh, I remember reading about this in our, I think our Yellow Mountain series. I think so, right? Stonefoots and Blacklock. Yes, it's all coming back to me now. And the greater Stonefoot and Blacklock houses became estranged, further inflamed by the manipulations of Sauron. Yes, it's all flooding back. Okay, the Stonefoots were also known as the Jeweler Dwarfs, for the Stonefoots were known to be carvers of incredible skill and were exceptionally skilled in the working of jewels. They were also oddly known to be prolific artists in the mannish sense. Okay, it means bad. Right, let's see, it's time to unfold the legend. Let's have a gander at what's in here. So, there's the great Bavor the Cold. Where do I need to aim for the doors? There we go, on his nose will be a good place. So, this ancient scroll records the life of Bavor the Cold, dwarf father of the Stonefoots, who awoke beside Thra the Proud of the Blacklocks in the Red Mountains, in the vaulted deeps of Barbershop, where Thra I was outspoken and swift to act. Bavor I was quiet and deliberate, known for his calm, restrained manner, and speaking rarely but with weight when he did. During his early reign, he delved the deep halls of Barras Lagil, known for its red stone and rich gold veins, and founded the House of Bavor. The nearby Avery gave him the name Malin, and maintained peaceful relations with his folk. So Malin means the Gold One. Man, these nicknames are so cool. It was also during Bavor's rule that Zabdad the Jewelerite founded the Jewelers Guild, establishing a Stonefoot tradition of excellence in gemwork and ornament. Though Bavlor and Thra differed in temperament, their early cooperation laid the foundation for the shared legacy of the Blacklocks and Stonefoots. Their holds were distinct, but their alliance endured for generations. So the Blacklocks and the Stonefoots were quite tight-knit at the beginning. I'm excited to learn a little bit more about this, actually. Let's see. Let's increase our stewardship. His careful hand secured wealth and order for generations. However, I didn't learn much. Okay. This scroll records the deeds of Bavor the North King of the Stonefoots, who came south in the early days of Bizarre-Ruludum to support Thra, the South King of the Blacklock. Though already aged when Thra returned to life, Bavor brought with him wisdom, strength, and bonds of kinship. His daughter Biz wed Thra, and he became first vassal and North King of Bizarre-Ruludum, a title of high honor. though he never sought prominence. Where Fra desired greatness and held the highest title at the realm's appointed ruler, Bavor was his equal in council, guiding quietly to keep their people united. It is said that when Bavor arrived, Fra laughed and declared it just as things should be, 2 clans and 2 friends hand in hand. Rumour says that Bavor dryly remarked that he had little choice, lest Fra end up running headlong into foolish danger, which would lead to much grief. Their partnership formed the heart of early Bizarre Doom, not ruled by one over the other, but shaped by their differences and shared trust. The strength of their union outlasted them both. It really sounded like such a good empire in the early days, huh? So learning or diplomacy, titles fade, but true wisdom endures. I truly believe that. So next, this scroll recounts the reign of Bavor the Steward of the Stonefoot, who governed Bizarre Doom in the absence of Fra the Bloodstained. While Fra embarked upon decades of campaign in the northern Red Mountains, Bavor stewarded the realm, and was vital in keeping wealth and supplies flowing northward, both to rebuild the realms and supply the armies marching. It is said that where Blacklock armies descended, Stonefoot masons were not far behind to erect fortifications and rebuild dilapidated halls. So here we have King Fra the Bloodstained, and we have the Steward, and then Fullen the Steadfast. We also have the Ring of the Stonefoots here. So someone must have this, right? Or is it kind of lost? Because the artifact exists, but I wonder if the rings are lost in our current bookmarks. So when at last Fra passed, and the warring largely subsided, it was Bavor, perhaps inspired by Fullen the Steadfast's unyielding defense of his ancestral mansion, who kept strongholds intact, rebuilding halls, renewing alliances, and guiding the realm into calmer days. Divided, the flaws of both dwarf fathers might have unraveled all they fought for. Together, they stood firm. Generations later, after the fall of Eregion, in his effort to court dwarven favour and extend his influence among their kind, Sauron would grant the Ring of the Stonefoots to Glem, descendant of Bavor III, which the Stonefoots would keep as an heirloom of their people. And this is where the problems begin. Always this dastardly Sauron guy, huh? Let's see, stewardship. I want stewardship. Victory is forged by more than swords. I still didn't get a stewardship. Oh, no. That was raising my stewardship by 1. Sorry. If I can increase it enough. I mean, we're only 1 over, so it's only a 20% reduction, but it would be nice to get rid of that anyway. But I don't want to give away my lands. I want to mine everything. So hopefully I can gain just enough stewardship. So next we are learning about Bavor the Soul King. That's a cool name. Born many years after the deaths of Fra, the 3-Day King, and full of Flamehand, in a realm still marked by dragonfire, civil war, and the destruction of the Ring of the Blacklocks and the Ring of the Stonefoot. The Bizarre Doom succession crisis had kept the realm unsettled, begun centuries earlier by Brali of Nargubraz and descendant of Fra's line, yet it was only many years later, during the long and steady reign of Bavor IV, that these claims ceased to be actively pressed. As king of both North and South Bizarre Doom, by blood and right, Bavor inherited a fractured land torn by years of strife. Do you know what we should do? We should also read up on the succession crisis, in case you didn't watch my previous series. So we're all on the same page here. So, from its foundation, the royal line of Bizarre Doom was that of the Stonefoots and Blacklocks intertwined, being born from the marriage of Fra the South King, which we read about earlier, and Biz, daughter of Bavor the North King, king of the Stonefoots. Further marriages between the two royal lines of Bizarre Doom made them all but indistinguishable to those within the veil of Bizarre Doom. Towards the end of the Second Age, the Blacklock line perished due to a dragon attack, and the throne of Bizarre Doom passed to their cousins in the royal Stonefoot line. King Brali of Nargubraz, scion of the royal Blacklock branch, challenged the succession, asserting his line's claim to Bizarre Doom. As a result, the Blacklocks were split between those who were not opposed to their new Stonefoot ruler, typically those Blacklocks who lived in Bizarre Doom, and the Blacklocks who supported by Brawley of Nargothrond, typically those living in Nargothrond. And we have some of those Blacklocks down in the south in the Yellow Mountains now. So seeing a chance to subvert one of the mightiest realms of the Dwarves, Sauron offered his aid to Brawley in exchange for a future favour, making him swear upon the ring of the Blacklocks they had received from him long ago. Over the following centuries, intermittent wars broke out between Nargothrond and Bizarre-Uldum, sustained in part by secret support from Sauron's agents. This conflict sundered the two clans, their formerly inseparable bonds strained greatly, with only the Blacklocks and Stonefoots within Bizarre-Uldum itself remaining friendly to each other. When Sauron was taken captive to Numenor, and later destroyed in the Akallabeth, that support vanished, the drive to continue the war waned, and by the time of the last alliance, hostilities had ceased. Although the claim of the royal Nargothrond line was never formally renounced, it was no longer actively pursued, and relations between the Blacklocks and Stonefoots eased for a time. In the Third Age, 2440, so about 400 years ago, Sauron returned to collect on his favour, setting into motion the events that would lead to the War of the Lie. Oh, the War of the Lie. Oh, and this is more stuff to do with the Blacklocks. I mean, we should read it, right? Because it's all very interesting. I love the lore. It's one of the big reasons I do like playing modded CK3. So the War of the Lie was a civil war that would shatter the unity of the Blacklocks and stain the halls of the two great dwarven realms. Centuries after the terrible bloodshed of the Succession Crisis, in the Third Age 2400, Sauron arrived at the gates of Nargothrond. He invoked an ancient oath sworn by the Blacklocks in exchange for the Ring of the Blacklocks, and promised aid to reclaim Bizarre-Uldum from the Stonefoots. For decades, Sauron's corruption fanned the flames of old grievances within Nargothrond, ensnaring the old king Bormir and all his sons, save only the eldest. When the king died in 2440, his heir was soon murdered by his younger brothers, igniting the War of the Lie. The losing faction, led by Ron the Exile, a far-removed member of Thrall's second line, fled to Bizarre-Uldum. Thus began the War of the Lie, a brutal conflict that saw Blacklock turn against Blacklock. On one side stood the Nargothrond faction, now allied with the men of LotR, armed with dwarf steel. Against them stood a coalition of forces of Bizarre-Uldum, the exiles of Nargothrond, led by Ron and men of Locastrus, rallied by Saruman the White. Saruman, sensing the dark power behind the Nargothrond faction, unified the scattered forces and struck down the Shadow's proxy. The final battle in 2459 ended with the flight of Sauron and the liberation of Nargothrond. Ashamed and grieving the slaying of kin, the victors, joined by some of the defeated dwarfs, sealed the gates of Nargothrond, swearing not to return until Sauron was unmade. So were born the Axes of Nargothrond, a wandering war host bound by vengeance and oath. And you can even play as one of these landless guys in both bookmarks, I think, actually, which is very cool. Also, I'm pretty sure this is lore made up by the developers too, which is very well written. And I feel like it fits perfectly. I'm going to be honest, any more dwarf lore, you know I'm going to be a big fan of, so... I don't know, I love dwarves. Right, where do we get up to? Where Fra had charged forward in boldness and zeal, Bravil brought measured patience and steady resolve. I like how they're constantly opposites. But together, they really do make formidable rulers. They could have been the strongest of dwarf kingdoms. I mean, it did say actually outside of Khazad-dûm, right? He led his people through an age of seclusion and careful restoration, working to mend broken alliances and rebuild battered holds. Though many Blacklocks still lived in Bizarre-Uldum, their presence remained a source of tension after the Bizarre-Uldum succession crisis. I'm just going to say succession crisis. Bavor met this challenge with wisdom and diplomacy, laying a foundation for lasting unity between the Blacklocks and the Stonefoots. Right. Can I get stewardship? Let's see. I'm on 27. If I can get one more, that would actually give me another domain limit, I'm sure. He rebuilt what pride had shattered. No, I didn't get it, damn it. Yeah, I think I only need one more stewardship, and then we've fixed our domain problem. Next, we have a scroll that records the reign of Bavor the Blessed, who ruled around the first millennium of the Third Age. His rule was marked by an age of peace and prosperity for his people. The dragons of the Red Mountains slumbered. The threat of orcs faded for a time, and the Second Empire of Locastrus stood at its height, bound to Bizarre-Uldum by friendship and trade. For the first time in many generations, Bavor could afford to turn his mind towards artistic and philosophical pursuits. Embracing his solitary nature, he devoted himself to creation, crafting masterworks in stone, paint, and ink alike. Though he sought no glory in war, his time, blessed by Mahal, is remembered for wisdom and artistry. Ah, that's a nice change. Through craft and wisdom, we endured beyond our years. And I did get a crafting pack. And then lastly, we have Bavor, the son of Malan, born into an age of trial and turmoil during the War of the Lie, a conflict that tore the Stoneforts and Blacklocks apart. It was his father, Malan, who first opened the gates of Bizarre-Ul'Dum to run the Exile and the Exiles of Nargubraz, who would later become the Axes of Nargubraz. In time, Bavor showed a forgiving heart, allowing the surviving Nargubraz Blacklocks, deceived by Sauron, to rejoin their brethren in Bizarre-Ul'Dum. After succeeding his father, Bavor faced the shadow of Dendra the Dog Lord. Ah, this guy. Okay. See, it's funny. Outside of the Witch King and Camel, I don't actually know the names of the Nazgul. The Dendra the Dog Lord. Why was he called the Dog Lord? Further, the Nazgul was named so as he employed thousands of warhounds in battle during his conquest of the Isle of War. The Nazgul had long wrested the Isles from the fading Second Empire of Lokastrus, whose power had all but dissolved. With old friends dwindled and trade dried up, he shepherded the Stoneforts through an age of diminishing fortunes, preserving what remained through patient stewardship and determined action. I really want this stewardship. Come on. He bore the weight of his people's future with steady hands. Yes! Yes! Okay, right. We're up to 15 gold now. Well, that was 20%, but it felt more like 50%. That's kind of insane, actually. Oh, because you also disable one of your holdings as well, right? I mean, it's still nowhere near where it was before, but it's much better. Right. There we go. Let us take this learned information and hopefully implement it within our own realm and whatnot. I think I've already returned home. There we go. We also got a crafting perk. We're not really going mining, though, are we? However, wait, what do I get for having the smith trait? Oh, I don't get stewardship or anything. Okay. Here, I will do expedition leader, because we might better go up mining expeditions. But I want to... Here's the thing, though. I want to build this up, because we need to start making more gold. How am I here? I only need strategist, and then I'm probably going to change. How do I know when I can change? I need a hover here, right? 2821. 4 years before I can change to stewardship. Oh dear. I should have just gone straight into stewardship anyway. Right. What was I thinking of? Well, we're going to unpause because we need to build up. Good news is I've solved the holding situation. I mean, we're not earning terrible gold. So where did we get up to when it came to building? I think we were about to... Yeah, this is level 2. This is another silver deposit. So I think I need 311 gold and then I can upgrade this. Which, it would take a little bit, but with 5 times speed, it shouldn't take too long. You're no longer my cupbearer. Right. Hold on a sec. Oh, why are you so bad? You're giving me 2%. Right, I'm gonna have to swap you out. I'm gonna lose 200 prestige. That's fine. I need a better council. Is there anyone else that can be replaced? Hi, Alumina. It's just piety. I think I can get away with that. I do need a new cupbearer. There we go. Let's appoint you. To be fair, all of these core positions are also taking a lot of gold. Stress loss. That's just dread stuff. I think everywhere else we are fine for the time being. Negotiate a defensive alliance. Wait, you're all the way over here, though. So... but you are... Wow, okay. I mean, you guys are quite strong. This is very scary. Azog is absolutely insane. I mean, he's fighting a lot of wars. Also, his health is not looking so good. What happens if I decline this? The only reason I want to decline is because logistically, it makes no sense to have an alliance, like, between here and here. Like, the distance is so much. If it was these guys or the Firebeards, like, I would be okay with that. But Sadly, I'm going to have to say no, because I just don't think it makes much sense right now. Here, let's unpause. I need the 300 gold. Court Jester replace, that's fine. I got my last Martial perk, so we're going to have to recycle any future perks we get. Tea by the Lake by Galathiel. Oh, you've written me a poem by Seneschal. What man does not... Did you just call me a man? What dwarf does not hope to rest when tired? In glorious memory with hearts desired? And when their final hour nears, their name lives on the lips of peers. Do you know what? I could try and become a poet. Why not? There we go. I've become a poet. Frayne the Brute. Well, he also has a special way with words, huh? Right. So I can become a strategist now. Yeah, we're going to have to recycle future perks. I should have gone straight into stewardship in hindsight, but it's too late to dwell on that now. You've gained an adventure inspiration. I don't really have the funds to support this. Frayne, we have had our differences in the past, but don't you agree that it's time to let bygones be bygones? Do you know what, Anna? Sure, let us stop being rivals. And you've just reminded me, do I have any more rivals? I don't. I'm friends with my cousin Wager, which is nice, and then Lona and Solia as well. How is Foreign doing? Any children yet? Not yet. Is that a new Dwarven helm? Or was the steel one always... I want to check that a second, actually. Headwear. Dwarven... Wait. Oh, it is a different Dwarven helm. Wait, where are you getting that one from? I don't think it is a Dwarven specific helm. But it looks very Dwarven, doesn't it? No, it has to be, surely. I don't know what it's called, though, so we'll have to find out in the future. I'm known for my dedication to my faith. Lovely. Years have passed since my great father, King Thor, succumbed to fatal apoplexy. I hope he is serving Mahowin beyond the circles of the world now. Yet the spirit of his faith is still present among the living, both as an inspiration and a challenge. I am still regarded as his son by the pious Khazad. Just yesterday, an old warden was praising him as the current ruler. I wonder if Mahal feels the same about me. I feel the burning need to prove myself as a man of faith of my own, to step out of my father's shadow. Oh. So instead of getting... I can gain even more piety. Do you know what? The Mahal shall known for as my father. I will become my own dwarf. Right, we got a lot of gold here. So we need to upgrade this delving now. Let's do that. I mean, we're still going to increase income and whatnot. So, you know, it's fine. It's fine. Development is being increased in the capital as well. After lots of hard work, I finally learned the Sindarin language. Ooh. Wait, why did you know? I mean, the dwarves did actually learn the languages of their neighbors. And I guess we have Kierden here. So actually learning that language does make a lot of sense, actually. My moment of confusion was over very swiftly, right? The endless clash of metal and metal, the chafing of armor, the sting of sweat. It is a dance that is as familiar as it is exhausting. To lift my mace, attack, dodge, defend, and repeat. Maybe it would do me good to practice my skills with another weapon. No, 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 no. I will never part with my mace. Unless we find Durin's Bane. That would be nice, but I'm not funding many adventures right now. This is taking quite a while to build up. However, I'm not going to spend my gold elsewhere because I'm probably not earning enough to build up 2 counties at the same time right now. No, yeah, I'm definitely not, because before we were earning even more gold, and I was only building one at a time. What? I have another daughter? Oh, wow, I'm having so many children, right. Guys, it's the first time I'm pulling up the name list, times you have gone with the name suggestion, Lydia. Thank you very much. Please feel free to leave another name suggestion. Also, for once, I don't actually have that many names written down. I'm going to show it for a moment, actually. If your name is not here, then please feel free to comment it again. I went through every video, and I think I picked out all of them, but please feel free to remind me. Those are the name suggestions I have right now. Right, Lydia, welcome. May you grow to be strong and wise, my daughter. I forgot to pin you. I will choose your education when you are a little bit older. The light of Mahal guides me in my holy quest, as it once guided my father, the great King Thror. The life of Mahal's pious servant is not an easy one, yet I feel compelled to become even greater than my father. Should a good Khazad always relentlessly pursue the recognition of both his peers and Mahal? Is a father's example a beacon to follow, or a goal to achieve and surpass? Do you know what? No, I say... Do you know what? No, I think we're equal now, father. You built up the realm. There's still time for me yet to surpass your achievements. I mean, 176. We're gonna keep on building up, and then hopefully... This is taking a long time. It's because I don't have all those stewardship perks, so we could actually build up two at the same time. What's this? Foreign has given me a granddaughter. Oh, and she's robust as well. Right. I guess we'll give her... Let's randomize a little bit until we get a name that... Tawny. Do you know what Tawny sounds? We're going to re-roll it. Let's see. Oda. I don't know why, but Oda has a nice ring to it. Okay, let's pin you, and then we'll choose your education a little bit on later on as well. Okay, so initial excavations have been built here. Let's build the quarry. That's going to take 16 months. I kind of want to focus on the capital now, with how long building is taking. Here, let's recycle this into stewardship. Oh, I get a stewardship perk. So build it. Hold on a minute. Can I refund that for the full price? Yes. Because 5% reduction. There we go. It's only 5%, but it matters. Right, let's upgrade you. 325. It didn't save too much, but savings are savings. So what do I need to upgrade you then? Just 519 gold, which we're not that far away from getting. My son Frerin can now marry as well. Right. Yeah, they're getting this dwarven helm here. Wait, can I see the name of it? Headwear. Oh, it's a masked dwarven helm. Right. I mean, it does look really good with the silver armor. I like it a lot. Here, let's back out of that, and then we'll try and find you a good wife. I would like inheritable traits. I mean, Gloriel is Amazonian. So let's do that. We'll send off that proposal. We need to get some strong descendants if we're going to take the fight to Smaug. Thank you, thank you. Excellent news. At first I thought the simple footman a fool for stepping onto the training field. Although Ablak seemed no threat at first, it quickly became clear that he would be unable to stop his wild and vicious strikes from hurting me. Disarming him suddenly became a matter of life and death. I tried not to show my relief when his sword finally hit the ground. Ooh. Oh, I am a vengeful. I'm gonna strike him down where you dare raise your sword against the husband. Oh, wow. Wait, is this new? I've never seen this artwork before in the mod. Man, that's beautiful. Oh, I love it. So is that only for dead characters, maybe? Oh, I think so. Oh, that's so amazing. I love it. I love it. Right. Here, let's groom our beard. Hopefully, we've learned from our past mistakes. There we go. We got a nice beard this time. That's much better. I mean, we're going to upgrade the quarry anyway, because it is nice and cheap. It's only 62. There we go. And now I think I might just focus a bit more on the capital. Yes, there is a mining expedition. I'm not actually going to arrive in time though, so sadly I will have to decline, my friend. But yes, I think rebuilding the capital is going to be something we're definitely interested in. So 519, let's save up for that. The clanging of mail and clashing of swords rings in my ears. Oh no, this is like, okay. Let's, I mean, I don't need a martial perk. Yeah, let's do this. Bring me my armor. I haven't ridden on the Quintain in ages. Fetch it for me, lads. Right. Another 10 months and then we can build up this. We're getting the mines there. My knights are becoming blade masters too, which is all lovely stuff. One more month. There we go. Okay. So now we can upgrade the capital to the furthest depths. With my gold situation at the moment, I am wondering if I should get a hold of gold. I mean, this 5% taxes with eventually this. I mean, it would make a lot of sense. It would be very nice. And we can go on loads of adventures. I mean, that's a very long way away, though, I feel like. Okay, what are we doing here? So if I want to upgrade this, I need 559. That's very expensive now as well. Okay. Upgrade the quarry first. It's going to be worth it. Oh, I can change my lifestyle focus. I tell you what, we might as well get the recycled this perk here, though, because it's almost done. There we go. 5 times speed absolutely flies by, doesn't it? Here, let's get stewardship experience. And then I will swap over the stewardship to... Let's go for 10% wealth focus. Up to 18.9. There we go. Right, the gold is starting to flow, lads. I forgot. You know, I need to learn stewardship. Right, back up to 20. That's nice. That's nice. How much was this? 559. I have a very bad memory. Right, whilst you're chipping away over there, should we take a look at this? Oh, hold on a minute. What's happened over in the mountains? I think they've lost some territories. So Azog has now perished. He died of old age, 200 years old, the great Azog. Man, these guys are very strong. 5,000 orc warriors, 4,000 pikemen. I mean, 3,000 warg rider scouts. They got quite nice stats. The riders have good stats as well, 1,700 of those. It's very scary. I don't think they can take on the likes of Brandweir and whatnot, though, at least. Because these elven units are very strong. Internal affairs. Also, I got a request to look at the throne room. I'm pretty sure I already did that in a previous episode. But here it is. It's very lovely. Because I also showed off the Saruman. I know, the Nazgul throne room as well, which is my favorite. No, the Dwarven one is my favorite, but the Nazgul throne room is very close. I will always put the Dwarves at number 1. Right, here, upgrade the silver mine. No. Upgrade this is what we're doing. There we go, lovely. Another stewardship perk. Hold on a minute, is that a reduction? Oh no, it's building time reduction. Okay, lovely. Although I'm not earning enough gold to make use of that. At least it builds fast, which is nice to see. So how much do I need to upgrade you now? 380. Man, it's so expensive when you don't have all the stewardship perks, huh? It's fine, we're recovering. Greetings, my implacable Uzbad. I have arrived in Luznakuz to pay homage to you as a show of my loyalty. Oh, yes. 50 gold. Thank you very much. I'll tell you what we can also do as well. Where is it? I think we do a little bit of this. I will lower the levies so that they can maintain the temples and whatnot. However, I do require more tributes. We need to rebuild Nogrod, my friend. It will prosper us all, I assure you. During the daily management of my realm, I have learned of several different opportunities I can pursue. Each opportunity has great potential, but realistically, I can only pursue one of them. I must determine what would ultimately give me the most value. Oh, I can get a very good book artifact, a weak hook, or, oh, yes, securing the trade deals. Someone send some, I forgot the name, some diplomats to Círdan the elves. We need to arrange some new trade deals because my pockets are running empty. Right. Now we can upgrade the silver mines. And then to upgrade this, we need 760. And then we can actually start considering something like this. Yes. Is it what I want though? Because these other things are very nice. But I do love my gold. I mean, the Minotaur buffs are nice too. However, I just noticed Minotaur's maintenance is an indirect gold buff as well. Because we are spending quite a bit on Minotaurs, and that's only going to increase. So maybe I do go for the men-at-arms building. How times have changed. I used to always go pure gold, but I am starting to like men-at-arm buffs and stuff like this now. While traveling across the delving of Zillin Nakur, I find a makeshift-looking store by the side of the track. As I stop to take a look, a peasant by the name of Dwilly jumps into action, trying to convince me to buy one of the small sapling carvings he has on sale. I make them by hand, my lord. Each one takes me hours of work. 200 gold. No. I'm not gonna do this. No. I'll talk to him and see what I can learn about salesmanship. We gain some stewardship experience, which is very nice. And Frerin has blessed me with a grandson who is Herculean. Yes, the dwarfs are becoming stronger. Where's my name list? PM, you have gone with the name. Oh, Borvik. Thank you very much for the name suggestion. Please feel free to leave another. May you grow to be strong and wise. Also, I just realized, right, you ladies here, Lydia, my daughter, martial and intrigue. Very good stewardship too. Let's focus you on intrigue. And then for this, let's see, Vega, my cousin, is actually quite a good educator. I don't think we have any geniuses and stuff like that. Maybe we could find some? Here. Let's take a look. Nah, it's gonna be very hard to find genius and like intelligent dwarfs, because there's just not that many of them compared to like the realm of men and whatnot. Right, that's fine. What were we doing? Relationships, guardian. Let's go intrigue. So Vega, you're going to teach them. Send to university. 1,300 gold. Whoa. I'm sorry, Lydia. No one else is going to uni, so you're not. Right, diplomacy and learning. I think for you, let's put you on learning. And then, I mean, who's the highest learning character? Viz. Ah, there we go. Your grandmother's gonna teach you. How about that, Otter? Very lovely. And then Borvik will wait for him to come of age a little bit. I think, though, stewardship is probably gonna be the way we go with that. Please don't tell me. Oh, no, I'm not a drunk anymore. It's fine. Man, I have PTSD from the wine event last episode. It triggered, like, what, 3 or 4 times? Insanity. My wife, Viz, has been staring at my crown for an uncomfortably long time at this point. Her pained expression doesn't suggest anything good. What is it, my love? I'm sorry, my lord. I didn't mean to bother you. It's just that this headgear is so amateurish. What? Wow. I can't believe it. Don't worry. We're going to forge a great crown later. But right now, I just have priorities for my gold, okay? Right. So the mines have now upgraded. Lovely stuff. We're getting 25 gold per month. It's going up nicely. But now I need a whopping 760. Oh, man. Oh, wow. It gets expensive fast, doesn't it? Let's groom our beard again, too. Oh, a glorious beard. I get 0.1 renown a month now, too. Lovely stuff. We're getting 9 gold in just the capital. It's starting to flow. I can feel the silver coins sifting between my fingers. What's this? Someone is plotting. Oh, we went so long without any intrigue, and now someone's trying to kill my daughter. Right here, let's redouble the guards, I guess. I don't want no murders happening here. What's this? Special tutelage? Let's see. My serene tutor, Calidor, is a talented teacher, deftly keeping the unruly tykes in line as he governs their education. His attention is stretched across the children of Durin's folk court, but there is room for one of them to receive some closer tutoring under his trusty watch. My daughter Lydia. Yes. Let's do that. We're still waiting for Borvik. Was it 790 I needed? 760. There we go. Right, let's upgrade the capital. See, we're starting to get places now. This is lovely. My spy master's come to me grave news, but we do not yet know who someone is. All of the intrigue has returned. It didn't take him long, did it? As soon as they felt my watchful eye ease up after the coronation, they wasted no time at all, right? Development growth in the capital, lovely. What is our development at this point? 37 is not that bad at all. This is really hurting us, though. Oh, man, that's hurting a lot, isn't it? Yes. But I can't do anything about that right now. Okay, so 680, no? Oh no, that just got leveled up. So I need this. 552 to upgrade the silver mines once more. Also, popular opinion is starting to suffer. So if I remember properly, I think that means we do need an ale house. Yes. But we'll get started on that once the mines are leveled up. My spy master has come to me with a discovery. He is selling that my bodyguard is scheming. Right. Throw him in jail. We run a zero tolerance policy in Nogrod. Oh, bloody hell. Right, let's check our positions as well. Yeah, we do need a new wet nurse. Let's appoint one of those. Instill virtue, I think, is a good idea. Everyone else is looking fine, though, for the time being. So we'll leave that alone. Knights are improving. Lovely. I'm not going to do a legend. They're too expensive. Maybe later, though. Someone is now... Oh, my other bodyguard is being murdered. This is just absolutely insane. Why are the dwarves such a hostile little bunch against one another, huh? Oh. Prince Gwar the Worthy of Durin's folk has now passed. And now, his son, son of Gwar, has taken over the Iron Hills. Man, these orcs are scary. Wait. Oh no, that's you look hilarious. One day I need to do a walk playthrough. I just don't know though. I'm such a big fan of the dwarves. I just can't see myself playing as an orc. I don't know, it disgusts me. I just can't do it. Ablak is scheming to get... Right. Put him in jail. Court positions replaced. That's fine. I'm not standing for any of this intrigue. I don't care. But my steward is scheming. Right, steward, I don't care if you're my steward. Get him out of here. Right, we need a new steward, though. Nip in. There we go. I can't have a non-dwarf on the council. What kind of blasphemy is that? Okay, so did we build this? Yes, this is upgraded now. Lovely. So then I said we wanted to get the ale house, which also does improve taxes and whatnot too. So it's not the worst thing, actually. And it's quite a cheap one, at least early on. Wait, was that my mother that just died? I think my mother just died. Of heart failure, no. Do not worry. I will build up the glory. We will delve deeper. And we will take Erebor. I'm just not rushing into it. We're taking our time. We're building up a strong base over here in the west. And then those who wish to return east with me will be free to do so when the time comes. My liege, you witness a monumental occasion. Oh, yes. 50 gold. Oh, no. The tooth trade is over, lads. Now, they found out. I know Sauron has something to do with this right here. Let's go back to 5 times speed. So I want to keep on upgrading this so we can fix our popular opinion. Gold will also be improving very quickly. So that's going to give it... still only 1% taxes on the upgraded version though. But we do get another 0.1, so that gets all the buffs too. So it's actually quite nice. Borvik has spoke his first words. Yes. I tell you what... what else can he say? I want him to grow into a great dwarf. Also, it looks like he's good at diplomacy and learning. Huh. I mean, learning is good for stuff like development, right? So I'm actually going to educate him in learning. Ah, no, but stewardship would be too good. Well, it's too late now. I know, I can still change it. No, I need you to be good at stewardship. The dwarfs of Nogrod have to be stewards. And then marshals as well. Let's see. The best steward is me. I also have a lot of learning too. So let us educate you at once. Also, let's see. I can influence your personality. I'm just thinking out of these. Stubborn is a nice one. Joe, I want Borvik to become stubborn. It has to happen. Wait, what? I approached my grandson Borvik, full of conviction, asking him what mirths are to be had today. Oh, my friends talked me into collecting stupid flowers again. How much of life will you waste on the whims of others? Stand by your judgment. Stand fast like a companion. Don't you think your choice would be the most fun? Maybe, but it's fine. Wait, did I fail? It was a 95% success rate and I failed. Oh, I'm overwhelmed. It's fine. We're going to become athletic. I have learnt what a drunk dwarf can do. And I do not wish to repeat those parts of my father's life's later years. Brother is scheming, right. But I can't do anything about that. That's fine. Let's see. Do I have a way to... I can work off some stress. There we go. That's fine. I'm just gonna... I don't need anyone to train with me. I'm an independent dwarf. I can do it. It's just some exercise. Right, where did I get up to? Ale house. So we need 318 gold to upgrade that once more. I just need to fix this popular opinion issue we got going on. There we go. What's this? You wish to serve in the Great Army? Very well, you may join. Oh, that's another new helmet. Oh, I love that one. Man, there's more dwarven helmets than I realized. What's this? Oh, a surprise party? I'll take the biggest one. So we get Durin's mace. Wait, is it better than my current one? Surely not. No, this one has 7 prowess, so I'm going to sell that instead. Yes. I appreciate the birthday present, my friends. I promise you I will pull it into my secret storeroom in my quarters. What's this? My Chancellor is scheming against my... Throw him in jail. I've said it once and I'll say it again. Zero tolerance policy. Right, collect taxes. We're not doing that, but I need to get down here. I need the architect trait. Desperately. I also need a new Chancellor. Wager, you're my spy master. We don't actually have many intrigue dwarfs, so you're going to stay as my spy master. Dura, my court poet. Here, you're going to become the new Chancellor. How about that? Yes. Oh, we're running out of champions and stuff as well. This is insanity. Right, can I keep on upgrading you? 425. I mean, we get a little bit of gold. To be honest, I don't really need to upgrade this, actually. Popular opinion is looking good. I could build more gold buildings. That is true. A craft guild looks very nice. But let's not forget, we're gonna want this stuff. I think anyway... So I need to plan a bit. So we're going to have our heavy infantry here. Which means for heavy infantry, I need basic stockpiles. Okay, now let's go here. So basic stockpiles is going here, which is this one, right? Yeah, that's that one. Where did I get to? To build this, I need the Toolmaker Guild. So now we go here. So the Toolmaker Guild goes here. Right. So these last 3 slots are reserved. Okie dokie. This makes buildings quicker, actually. So these 2 can be used for gold. Now, I love how synergistic the dwarf buildings are. It's so bloody cool. I'm a big fan of it. But then we also have stuff like this. So if I want to build, let's say, a banker's guild hall, I need dugout trading squares. But I'm not doing that, am I? No, 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 no. The Great Armory is probably what we're building. That gives us prowess, number of knights, knight effectiveness. Yes. But we could also get a treasure hold as well. We lose tax, but look at that. Prestige, renown, stress gain. We get opinion, development growth. I think it would make sense to have a treasure hoard as well. So, we got 1, 2, 3 being our military buffs. And then this one will be our Great Armory. Which means this slot is not free then. Because we need this for the treasure hoard. But for that, we need to... I think it's like... Is that not the last one? Oh, no, it's not that bad. Oh, it's just tier 6. Nice. Okay. I mean, we're a long way away from that. We could also change buildings later. How much to upgrade? 25. It's getting very expensive now. See, I'm at the point where I might actually... We leave this at tier 5. And I think it would make sense to start building up some of our others. Maybe our sapphire deposits down here. Or, hear me out, we get everything to a tier 2 mine. See, this one's only tier 1. Tier 1, tier 1. So what do we got here? Lead, copper, iron. Right. Okay, I'm going to start upgrading these in the meanwhile. Because it will still help our gold and whatnot. The buildings are just getting a bit too expensive in the capital. Until we're making a lot more gold, I don't want to spend there. 100 gold. You know what? I'll accept 100 gold. I need it. Thank you. What's happening here? You would like a council position. You're very good at diplomacy. So I'll tell you what, here, let's assign you there. Although, stop the intrigue. That was your warning. You're lucky that someone's bailed you out, because otherwise you would have stayed in the dungeons for life. My wife is killing my bodyguard. Why? Why? I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Right, we got a glorious beard as well, which is nice. We can actually reclaim Erebor now, which is interesting. Obviously, we don't want to do this, because... Not yet. Because I have done zero prep for it. Ever since the final defeat of Kajajat in 941, the Tejin have remained disunited and scattered, confined to the high plateaus above the coastlands of Marjarak. There they have remained, little affected by the winds of the world, a nomadic people of raiders and herders, men of isolation and little song. But some spark has lit the embers of their ancient glory, and the folk of Maladoon have risen up. United by the cunning leadership of Kadaj Older, these skilled warriors might finally wake from their stupor and fan its small spark to a consuming blaze. Another storm is coming from Belaka. So I just realized. Imagine Sauron returns even before I reclaim the mountain. With how slow I take things. Oh, dear. My son Foreign is killing my daughter? No. I won't believe that for a second. There's no way Foreign would do something like that. Get out of here with those suggestions. Right here, let's upgrade this. That should help things swimmingly. We're earning stewardship experience too. It's getting there, guys. It's getting there. I mean, if you're still here at this point, I'm guessing you don't mind the slower gameplay. Anyway, I say slower gameplay. We're on speed 5. It's just right now we're just building up. I enjoy this kind of CK. For me, CK3 is more of a roleplay game. I realized this recently. I'm going off on a tangent again, I know. But I tried playing EU5, right? And I realized I don't play CK3 because it's a grand strategy game. I play CK3 because of the immersion, the story, you know, the absolutely brilliant modding community. The overhaul mods are just insanity to me. I still firmly believe CK3 has the best modding community. And so that's why I play CK3. I like to get immersed with my characters and whatnot. So if I'm just doing one thing here, taking my time. The story would take a while to progress. Then that's how I like to enjoy the game. And at the end of the day, I bought the game, so I can enjoy it how I want. Yeah, so someone commented that the video was boring last episode, which I kind of found funny because they got all the way to the most recent episode to comment that. I think they were just a goblin in disguise, to be honest. Right, someone is plotting to kill my son. Oh, not again. It's... What is up with this intrigue with the dwarfs, huh? Right here, let's upgrade that just so I can save a little bit of money there. New faiths are emerging as well. But the gold is looking a little bit better. Imagine if we had all of the stewardship perks unlocked, we would be making so much gold right now. Let's see, another recruit 8. Oh, an intelligent dwarf. Very well. This is actually extremely important. Borvik. You don't listen to me. So, you're gonna get a new guardian. I think the intelligence more than makes up for the slightly less stats. Let's send the proposal. Oh, we're gonna make so much gold under Borvik. I can already feel it. Like, workshops are being built. So this can be one higher, right? Than this. Here, let's upgrade you. Thank you very much. Now we can go up here. We still don't have the quarries yet, so I need to start building those. Lovely stuff. At least it's not taking too long to build our buildings and whatnot at the moment. That's nice. Also, I realize I need to save a little bit of gold if we want to do our ancestor veneration next episode. So guys, we're going to leave it there. I know we're still building up, but I'm just going to ask to be a little bit patient. We're going to build up. We're going to get gold. Once we're earning, let's say like 50 gold, even for someone who has little stewardship, to basically just get all of this to tier 5. I don't think it would take that long because it will snowball. And as I get more stewardship perks, this will absolutely skyrocket our income as well. But once we're at a point where we're getting a decent gold income, then I can be in a place where I'm just constantly sponsoring these adventures. Because I need that gold in order to prepare for this anyway. Because if we take a quick look, we do need a first age elven sword, which I think we can get through adventures. And we also need a first age dwarven helm, which again, we get through adventures. So once we have secured those two, then we can take a look at the others. Like getting a hobbit with 15 intrigue, we will do closer to the time. Also, yeah, doing this thing with having the Lord of Lake Town having a high prowess, I can't really control. However, having a member of the dynasty being present, I can probably control. And I also need them to have a dragon slaying artifact, which I hope they still have. It would be an awful shame if they didn't. Wait, but that's not the right dynasty, is it? I mean, we'll take a proper look at that later. I might have to install artifact finder mod or something. But yeah. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. We're going to leave it there. As always, I will see you next time.